Hello. Well, it's washed out behind me. I'm going to turn my light on. Well, that's a bit better. It's because I'm wearing this dress which has the most amazing sleeves on it, and it's like that around the bottom as well. Love it so much. Anyway, I'm here with a book haul. I bought 2 books today, and I also had 7 library reservations to pick up. This is not going well. Let's start with the books I bought. We have Connect by Julian Go, which is not showing up as cool on camera as it is. And it's fluorescent. It's not showing up as bright. It's like fluorescent orange. I don't know. I saw this book about 2 weeks ago in the bookshop, and I thought it looked really cool, and ever since then I've been thinking about it. The top line: Nevada, the near future, a family in crisis. And I was like, I've been thinking about it ever since then. Oh, she's written quite a few. Oh, if I like this, I'll look up other books by her. But I read the, first couple of pages, and I really liked the writing style, so I went for it. This is about single mother Naomi, who is a biologist who's looking after her homeschooled son Colt, who can basically code anything, including virtual realities, that whatever he wants. But this research that his mum's been doing could basically change the world. And he sends her research paper to a biotech conference. His father reappears in their lives as a result, and the US government wants the research. Colt will soon have to leave the comfort of his virtual reality world and face the challenge of discovering who he really is, and Naomi will have to decide how far she will go to protect her child. Would she kill a man? Would she destroy the world? That just sounds so cool. This is a novel set in the future. It is also true. But don't worry, it will all become clear in the end. That just sounds really cool. I'm not doing it anywhere near justice, but I never can. The next one I picked up is Strange Meeting by Susan Hill. I originally picked it up because, not lying, I thought it was going to be kind of about like the waves or the ocean in some form, because that's what it looks like on the back, but it's not. This is set during the... Which World War are we? It doesn't say. One of the world wars. I'm just going to read you the blurb list. Returning to his battalion in France after a period of medical leave in England, John Hilliard, a young officer, finds his division almost unrecognisable. His commanding officer is now alcoholic. There is new adjutant, and several of his close friends have been killed. And yet there is David Barton. Still untouched and unsullied by war, fresh-faced and radiating charm, David is a small point of light in the darkness. As the pair approach the front line, bloodied by the deaths of their fellow soldiers, their friendship deepens. But why should either one make the effort when they could both die at any moment? The reluctant John must initiate his new friend in the horrors that are to come, while struggling not to lose his own humanity. As the reality of the violence sets in, the two men know that they will soon be separated. A poignant novel about human love and the pity of war. Strange Meeting forces us to feel the loneliness and despair of life in the trenches and the profound solace of true friendship. Oh, trenches, that mean it'll be World War One. This is, did I say what it was? No, I didn't. It's A Strange Meeting by Susan Hill. And I don't know, it just sounds really good. And when I took this up to pay, the person at the till was excited about it, which is always a good sign to me. And then the library books. I'm trying to reduce my number of library books. It's not working. I've now got one more because I returned 6 and I picked up 7. Guess that is the right number. First we have The Idiot by Elif Batuman, which was longlisted for the Women's Prize of Fiction. Celine turns up at Harvard and finds herself dangerously overwhelmed by the challenges and possibilities of adulthood. How does she find friends? How will she fall in love? How does she deal with how difficult it is to be a failed writer and how baffling love is? At once clever and clueless, Batuman's heroine shows us, with perfect clarity and soulful inquisitiveness, just how messy it can be to forge yourself. I've heard really mixed things about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. People that don't like it tend to say it's because of them. It makes them feel a bit like an idiot, like they don't feel like clever. It's not clever enough, like they don't understand what it's trying to say. That's also not the right word. Like I feel like it's trying to be too clever, but I quite like because they're trying to be clever. The next one we have is The End of Eddie by Edouard Louis, which was translated from the French by Michael Lucy. This was on Ink and Paper Blog's channel. He works with an independent bookshop, and so he has staff recommendations. Some of the staff come on and recommend books, and this was one of them. Edouard Louis grew up in Halincourt, a village in northern France, where many live below the poverty line. His best-selling debut novel about life there, The End of Eddie, has sparked debate on social inequality, sexuality and violence, an extraordinary portrait of escaping from an unbearable childhood, inspired by the author's own, written with an openness and compassionate intelligence. Ultimately, it asks, how can we create our own freedom? I just thought it sounded really good. Again, I'm not doing it any justice. Next we have The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill, which has been everywhere because one, it's so pretty you can't tell underneath the library jacket, but it's gorgeous. This has been described as a feminist retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I'm up for that. I've only heard good things, so I'm in. We have Happy by Nicole Barker. I believe this was also longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. Imagine a perfect world where everything is known, where everything is open, where there can be no doubt, no hatred, no poverty, no greed. Imagine a system which both nurtures and protects, a community which nourishes and sustains, an infinite world, a world without sickness, without death, a world without God, a world without fear. Might you be happy? Happy as a post-apocalyptic Alice in Wonderland, a story which tells itself and then consumes itself. It's a place where language glows, where words buzz and sparkle, and finally implode. It's a novel which twists and writes with all the terrifying precision of the tiny fish in a Isha Lithograph, a book where the mere telling a story is the end of certainty. It's written, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but some of the words are in different colours. And then you have other pages like that, and like this. I don't know. I'm a sucker for anything that's written in an unusual format. I'm just a sucker for written in original format books, because books can get a bit boring sometimes when they're all just written the same way. And that one I saw Simon at Savage Reads really enjoyed. And then the next one I have is the Sparsholt Affair by Alan Hollinghurst. This one I saw on Waterstones. It sounded really good, and so I reserved it in the library. In 1940, David Sparsholt goes to Oxford University. Charismatic and good-looking, he seems to have little awareness of the effect he has on others, not least on the lonely romantic Evert Dax. As the Blitz raises 50 miles away in London, the university exists in a strange limbo, in which nightly blackouts conceal secret liaisons, or where they will soon be called up. The two men forge an unlikely friendship that will colour their lives for the decades to come. It tells the story of a circle of friends and families, with David and Evert at their centre. We see their reputations rise and fall, watch as one becomes the subject of a national scandal, and follow the impact of such sensational events across the generations. Through this captivating human drama, Alan Hollinghurst explores the social, sexual and cultural revolutions that made the world we know today. Boom! That was not a sound effect, that's a toy that's on my desk from Christmas that makes a sound when it gets vibrated. Then we've got The Italian Teacher, which has amazing cover. So many amazing covers. This one I think I saw on Goodreads. Rome, 1955. The artists are gathering together for a photograph in one of Rome's historic villas. A party glitters with socialites and patrons. Bear Bavinski, creator of vast masculine meaty canvases, is their god. He is at the centre of the picture. His wife Natalie edges out of the shot. From the side of the room watches little Pinch, their son. At 5-year-old he loves Bear almost as much as he fears him. After Bear abandons their family, Pinch will still worship him. While Natalie faces her own wars with the art world, trying to live up to his father's name, one of the 20th century fiercest and most controversial painters, Pinch never quite succeeds. Yet by the end of the career of twists and compromises, he annexed an unexpected rebellion will leave forever his mark upon the Bear Bavinski legacy. What makes an artist in The Italian Teacher, Tom Ranchman displays a nuanced understanding of art and demons. Moreover, in Pinch he achieves a portrait of the vulnerability and frustrated talent that, with his signature humour and humanity, challenges the very idea of greatness. Boom! And then the last one we have is The Overstory by Richard Powell, which is another Ink Paper Blogs recommendation. I like a lot of his recommendations, basically. The Overstory unfolds in concentric rings of interlocking fable that range from antebellum New York to the late 20th century timber wars of the Pacific Northwest and beyond. An Air Force loadmaster in the Vietnam War is shot out of the sky, then saved by falling into a banyan. An artist inherits 100 years of photographic portraits, all the same domed American chestnut. A hard-partying undergraduate in the late 1980s electrocutes herself, dies, and is sent back into life by creatures of air and light. A hearing and speech-impaired scientist discovers that trees have communicated with each other. These and 5 other strangers, each summoned in different ways by trees, are brought together in a last stand to save the continents. few remaining acres of virgin forest. There is a world alongside ours, vast, slow, interconnected, resourceful, and magnificently inventive, and almost invisible to us. This is the story of a handful of people who learned how to see that world and who are drawn up into its unfolding catastrophe. Basically, it's a literary book about the environment and trees that could speak, with, I think, multiple perspectives. I'm up for that. I'm up for all these books. Basically, this is a haul of books I am super excited about. I'm not looking forward to reading any of these. These are all, like, I want to pick them all up immediately, which isn't going to really work, but what a fabulous pile of books, and they're all so colourful. It's great. Okay, these two, move these. Honestly, it's not going to happen because currently revising for my A-levels, so I filmed this in my break. A great use of my brain that is not involving biology or chemistry, which is currently dying my brain. So basically, any chance I get, I'm going to be reading one of these. And honestly, on Sunday I've got to go to it's not a family gathering, it's we meet, there's 3 families including mine, have lunch every few months, and it's like you're there before lunch, it's lunch, and you might still be there for dinner, but you might not be, and I might just take one of these with me. Which sounds so bad because I meant to be socialising with my friends, but that seems a much better alternative. Anyway, I've got to go. I've talked way too long. And I need to be able to remember the summaries of books so I'm not just reading off the back, but we'll get there. I'm still working on this YouTube thing. But for now, I've got to go and kill my brain. But once I've done that, I'm looking forward to this lovely stack of books. Okay, bye.